All right, welcome to another edition of Youth Unplugged. And the topic of today is, how do you share the message of Jesus with people of your age? We're talking to the youth now. How do you share the message of Jesus with your peers, with your age range? And today I have with me, the last time it was my first daughter. Okay, so now I have my second daughter, Kola-Okeowo. Now she wouldn't, so we call her Tofumi. She has another middle name, and her middle name is Jomilo. She has a lot of middle names or other names, and this one is Jomiloju Joy, JJ. But she doesn't like to be called JJ. Okay, so but basically we call her Tofumi. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Say hi. All right. So we go straight into what we have. As young Christians, young believers, how do you share Jesus? Because this is one of the assignments given to us as Christians, no matter your age. If you know Jesus, share it with someone else. It's just like you know there's something good and then you want to share it with someone else. How do you do that? But before we go into sharing, how did you become a Christian?
Well, initially, my parents are pastors, obviously. So initially, I had to go to African church, and from my experience, I didn't necessarily like it because I didn't feel like they touched on subjects for youths or. So I didn't necessarily like it because I feel like they didn't focus on youths or children, so I didn't have that connection, and I didn't get to build a relationship with God because they didn't focus on my age, so to speak. Yeah.
Okay. So like you always say, you didn't feel the vibe.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so how did you now become a Christian?
Honestly, I went to a place, like a youth church place, and it was like the energy there, everybody was just so excited for God, like they were just happy to be in the presence of God, and I was just thinking like, I'm happy to be here as well. And I honestly enjoyed listening to the word of God when I was there. I loved being around people that wanted to do the same thing, and yeah, it was just amazing, honestly. So after that, I obviously told my dad because it was just so new to me, and I just felt so happy with it, and I just felt like I could finally build that relationship with God. So I came to him, and then we prayed together, and yeah.
Okay, so from then on, the journey has been steady, slow, but steady and good. And that's a good thing about Christianity. It doesn't matter. You can't start at the top. No matter how you start, just start. It doesn't matter if you're not able to pray for 20 minutes and you can just pray for 5 minutes. Just start. Don't be intimidated by the next person to you and say, I can't possibly pray like him or pray like her. So she started slow. If you have to read just a verse in the scriptures, just do it. What the devil will want is that you don't do it. You can do it, and the Bible talks about faith like a mustard seed, something tiny. It can still move mountains. All right. So no matter how you start, just make sure a day does not pass you by without you praying 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And as you do that, you find yourself growing. You that started with 5 minutes, after some time, you're able to do 30 minutes and so on and so forth. Now, Tofumi, thank you for that.